Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Element of Surprise Network Creative Showdown featuring Fortnite. We have an incredible show for you today.
Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome in the Element of Surprise Network,
right next to me.
the Element of Surprise Arena. We got a full 5-on-5 game for you guys today. We're excited. I'm excited. TheAweDam's excited. I hope you are.
Guys, it's going to be something you've never seen. We got an incredible show. I literally, we've been putting 9 months of work, blood, sweat, and tears into this, and it's finally going to be shown here today on stream. Alright, please work. If you want to give a little rundown possibly of how the game mode works, and, just explain to the viewers about the lane sentries and the jungling and the main objective of the game.
So for those of you who don't know, this is a MOBA, major online battle arena. We have 3 lanes, 2 teams, 2 cores. Each team, the objective is to push to the other team's core, damage it, and also ultimately bring it to 0 and destroy that core. There are sentries in each lane, defending the lanes for the teams to get to the core. We also have a Baron and Braxis area inside the jungle that can be taken down for speed buffs.
You also get 30 wood. Yeah, you get 30 wood granted there.
Which allows you to buy ammo and buy your mid-game boost weapon for each class. There's also 8 classes to choose from. You will see those throughout the game, but that is the basic rundown of the MOBA style game that this arena is based on.
It looks here like our players are in position. Let's pop in and go ahead and give them the go-ahead here. All right, guys, go ahead. You are active. You are able to go. Go ahead, guys. You're able to go. Go fight it out. Go destroy the enemy core.
Cool. Turrets.
Go ahead, guys.
Is it
you guys
MOBA?
are good.
Jumping right on board,
Let's
Senix
go.
YT on team.
Go bottom lane.
Okay, should we all just go one lane? Actually, all just go on one lane.
Jumping
Yeah.
on board. Tried pushing up bottom lane at the moment with another teammate in front of him. Some shots coming out from the first sentry in bot lane. This game is underway and the first sentry goes down.
Shride's put out some great damage. He's pushing really fast on that bottom lane.
2 fast sentries down by Shride. And a fellow teammate right next to him, who is Senix YT. And first interaction fight coming down, and Shride does go down to a sentry. We are on board Cry W, who gets some damage out on a mid lane sentry and takes down Quentin.
You know, Crew, he absolutely comes out here and destroys people. He's one of the top Fortnite players in the world. as well as Shride.
Go. Team 2 getting out to a very fast start here, not wasting any time, taking down sentries, taking down Team 1 players. This is an interesting start here, guys. One of the fastest we've seen.
Yerk gets dropped.
EOS Arena by a team.
Cut
And
back over to Crew.
W goes down. Let's go ahead and swing it on over to Team 1. What are we seeing over here? Aw, damn, on Team 1.
We got Yerk coming out, pushing top lane again. Sees what he can do. You know, he's got these lane sentries that are completely gone. It seems like Crew and I don't know what the other player was. They came through and just started destroying these sentries.
Let's go ahead and swing it back over to Team 2. We're on board Natsu here, who had just had a little interaction with who I believe was KK Slider, who took down some Team 2 mid lane sentries. And Natsu taking down Quentin, but then going down to a sentry.
KK Slider putting out some damage, essentially gets eliminated.
Ultimately goes down to Cry W mid lane.
It's Crew.
Team 2 continues to not waste any time. They're pushing mid. They're going very aggressive in this game currently.
All right, let's slow it down here. Look at what Yerk is doing. Throws out I think that was a C4, but got dropped. Andy Boris puts some shots out, gets eliminated as well. Cuts over to Xenor. Xenor's just standing in the spawn, letting his team down.
Got a little bit of teamwork going on here from Team 2. Natsu 2005 pairing up with some other teammates.
Shride and Natsu.
Shride and Blackheart Hero. They're devising something here in what looks like bottom lane. Some fighting going down. Shotgun shots come out. One man goes down on Team 2. Heavy damage on Blackheart Hero. He goes down. Yerk YT not messing around here, guys. Cry W, though, ultimately taking down Yerk YT after a triple kill. High level action here going on in bot lane between Yerk YT and Cry W. Cry W going down to KK Slider and sentry damage in bot lane.
Yeah, Crew is absolutely destroying down there. Natsu.
More coming in on bot lane. Natsu and Dark. Blackheart Hero goes down to KK Slider. KK Slider, double kill for KK Slider, and we are seeing now KK Slider moving up the ranks in this game, not messing around as well.
He's using those chillers for that quick travel, get around the map a little bit faster. Looks like he's pushing up into the jungle.
Fighting going on in bot lane neutral zone. Cry W takes down Yerk YT. Sentries killing a lot of players here. Shride and Quentin going down to sentries. Shride jumping right back into the action though. Has that mage class with very fast speed, the highest speed in the game of all the classes. Coming into mid lane, taking down. Yeah. Okay. He's pretty good, yeah. Okay.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're back at it. KK Slider.
I correct what I said earlier. Shride is in fact on the gunslinger class. He goes down.
Cutting back over to Xenor. Xenor's down, actually getting into some of the action now. You know, let's try and get a good consensus on where these teams are in correspondence with each other. They seem to be about equal right now. Both sentries on each side have been taken out about equally.
A lot of sentries down, a lot of fighting going on. No time being wasted here in this full 5-on-5 game, unlike we have not seen in the EOS arena thus far. A lot of fighting going on mid. We're back on board Crew, one of the best players in Fortnite. taking down some sentries in top lane for Team 2. A lot of sentries going down in top lane. And he goes down to a turret master defender in the middle turret. We're on board Xenor JS. Pushing up. Top lane coming from Team 1 into Team 2's arena on top lane. All sentries down, not much to worry about there. Don't forget about these last two, these tier 3 sentries in top lane though, and the shotgun sentry just to the right there that will take you down without hesitation.
Watching Xenor seems to be killing his own sentries possibly. Not 100% sure what's going on there.
I will say thus far, these players know how to play this game mode. They're not wasting any time.
Oh, Xenor actually
coming out, sentries are going down, pushes are being had on cores. We're already moving up to, looks like, ladies and gentlemen, the core area sentries. These are the last sentries left in the game for the most part, from what it seems like. We're on board Natsu 2005, get into a little scuffle with KK Slider here. It goes down. No big surprises here, as KK Slider is a very good player.
Let's take a look at the top down from KK.
Taunts coming out for Blackheart Hero in the bot lane neutral area as he pushes towards the enemy core. Crew pushing up into the Team 2 core. Damage coming out on blue team, which is the Team 1 core. Getting a lot of damage out while a Team 1 enemy tries to stop him and does. That would be KK Slider. Let's go back on board. Shride right now has found his way up on top of some rocks, shooting into the Team 2 core. A pretty good strategy. And right now, ladies and gentlemen, it looks like Team 1.
Let's cut over to Quinlan. Quinlan's putting out some shots. KK Slider with him. They're teaming up on this player. They're absolutely destroying. Their teamwork is insane. You know, they both get in there. They both start shooting lane sentries, and they both start taking on these enemies. Almost like an unstoppable duo.
Got a couple players pushing up mid right now. Got a lot of action going on in the Team 2 over here, ladies and gentlemen. A lot of action going on. Heavy damage coming out on the Team 2 core, which is blue team. Shride continuing to hang out on that rock up there on bottom lane and finally goes down after what seemed like maybe 5 minutes. Team 2 doing everything they can.
Quinlan goes down.
I can. For now.
We're on board Xenor JS. A little bit of fighting going on in mid. Suppressed pistol shots coming out and does go down, in fact, to Blackheart Hero.
Cutting back over to the aerial gameplay cam from camera 1.
Seems like Team 1, ladies and gentlemen, has finally got some, Team 2 damage on Team 1's core. But blue team core can still being hit. A lot of damage coming in right now, ladies and gentlemen. On core, we got Shride over here doing pickaxe damage. Crew. And they are able to defend, but not before taking heavy damage on their core.
Will they be able to hold off against the blue team? KK Slider as the tank. Or I believe he's a tank. Yeah, he's absolutely the tank. And we also, I believe, have a
Team
support.
1 coming back to their main base to defend after Team 2 recovering and pushing, making an attempt to finally push. A little bit of damage coming out on the red team, but no, Team 1 is back at Team 2 core already with some damage coming out, but KK Slider with the defend at Team 2 core. Shride coming in, using the walls to shoot downwards, try and get a high ground advantage, but goes down. I think Team 2's finally figuring out a way to defend in this game mode, finally, ladies and gentlemen, but not before taking over 50% damage on their core. We're on board crew right now, pushing through the jungle. KK Slider doing some heavy defense at Team 2 core. Heavy defense, takes one person down, another one down. He's fed up with the damage that has come onto his core. Crew pushing onto KK Slider, coming in with the bottle rockets on the Turret Master class.
Team 2, those
Really
bottle
good
rockets.
use of the bottle rockets of the Turret Master class right there. Damage coming out on the core while taking someone down. A lot of action going on for crew there, and that might have been play of the game, ladies and gentlemen.
Cutting over to Xenor. Xenor's absolutely destroying. Drops down, uses that double pump so efficiently. I don't think I've seen any gameplay like that to this day. 9 months in the making, I haven't seen somebody jump and shoot over someone like that with a double pump. Phenomenal.
This is the best action we've absolutely seen in the EOS arena since its inception. It's getting interesting right here, ladies and gentlemen. Team 2 finally getting their bearings, it seems like, figuring out how to defend, figuring out how to push and get some damage on the other team's core. But we got players pushing in again, defended.
Xenor's pushing out, playing offense while we've got Yerk and KK Slider playing defense. Quinlan's back at the base, blue base. Not a lot happening there. Andy
Let's
Boris
go ahead and
goes
go
down.
back on board Team 2 if we can. We got Shride back up to his favorite spot there in bottom lane, shooting the core from a distance. A lot of pushing coming in, but a lot of defenders for Team 1. He takes down Andy Boris, who was the Turret Master class on that team. Heavy push coming in right now from Team 1, ladies and gentlemen. Team 2, pardon. And at the moment, we have a single defender who has been here, who is the Gunslinger class on Team 2. He goes down. Tried doing a lot of work from a distance here in bottom lane. What are you thinking about this strategy by Shride here, TheAweDam?
Yeah, he's really starting to learn the map and find these little spots that the Gunslinger class can get up on top of with those impulse grenades. Not only is he using them strategically to get up on top of stuff, but he's also using them to get his opponents away from him when he gets into like one of those tight situations.
The Turret Master coming in from Team 2, Andy Boris, and he manages to take down Shride finally. Someone figures out Shride was up there. We are on board Natsu 2005, pushing through the jungle. A lot of damage coming out on the blue team core, but there is damage coming out on the red team, Team 1 core, guys. It's getting close here.
4,000 health
one
left.
heck of a comeback. This might be the final push. We might come down to a last-minute push to kill each
KK
other's
Slider with the tank class, absolutely destroying. Who will win?
Here, guys. One of these cores is going down. It's the red team core.
Team 2 takes it.
A surprise turn of events as Team 2 gets the win. It does not look like they were going to do it. They were way down at the beginning of the game, but they made a heck of a comeback, guys. You couldn't have asked for a more interesting turn of events there at the end of a game in the EOS arena.
Let's cut back to the desk. Guys.
Wow.
Wow.
I gotta say, you cannot ask for a better way for a first game in the EOS arena to go down. What are we thinking here, guys?
I think we may or may not be caught in an infinite respawn loop.
Uh-oh. Little bit of technical difficulties going down right now, guys. We're gonna have to figure this out.
Alright, we figured it out. We had to travel back to the hub. We'll be with you guys shortly. One moment. We just got to get everybody back to the hub. Sometimes you don't make it before you respawn. And that's okay too. Alright, we're going to join back into the rift that is the EOS arena. Yo, chat, what did you think of that last game?
It was an interesting game, I gotta say. I didn't see any particular standout plays team-wise, just a lot of really good individual play here, as to be expected from good players in Fortnite. These are very good Fortnite VR players and players overall.
Couldn't have said it better myself. So send what link in Discord? What? Hold up. Okay, give me 1 second, guys. I'm just gonna communicate with the players, and I will be right back.
Adam, that was an insane game.
In the process of getting the next game started.
That was awesome.
This is the best 2 out of 3 here, ladies and gentlemen.
Yep, it kind of keeps us on team 2. So we're
Yeah.
Okay. Here we go. Going back over to some gameplay.
I figured if it's working, don't fix it. Yeah, the last time they had already took out all of our sentries all the way up the top lane.
Did I not make it? I didn't make it, did I? Oh my gosh.
We are on board Natsu 2005. Action already beginning in the EOS arena in round 2 of this Creative Showdown. Going in very hard, Natsu 2005 and dies of the sentries. Not much restraint shown there by Natsu. He's going to have to learn how to handle those sentries and how much damage they put out. We're on board crew. Damage coming out using the tank class. Killing one player, but ultimately going down to KK Slider. We're on board Stride, pushing bottom lane in the beginnings of this game. in the EOS arena. A little bit of fighting going on mid. Natsu 2005 getting into it, using the demolition class, fighting KK Slider, but ultimately going down to KK Slider. We're on board Andy Boris 5. Figuring out what the strategy is. Possibly looks like rallying together with a couple teammates on team 2. Opting to push through the jungle. Got some fighting going on mid. Crew taking down Quinthing. 2-on-1 battle with KK Slider.
Cutting over to Xenor.
And KK Slider goes down to Crew. This Crew looking strong this far in the game, taking down quite a few people. Eliminating Quinthing again. Crew eliminating Xenor JS. That might have been a quadra kill by Crew W in mid there. A lot of action going on here in the EOS arena as expected.
Yerk goes down. Cut back over to Shride.
Pushing bottom lane, which seems to be a favorite lane of his, taking down those tier 2 sentries in bottom lane of Team 2.
Oh my gosh, there's a legendary flak in the chat. I just have to give a quick shout out to the legendary flak in the chat. How are you?
Shout out
this
to
wonderful
Flak.
stream.
Thank you for stopping by and visiting this Creative Showdown in the EOS arena on Eosn. Shride finding his way back up to that perch rock area, using the gunslinger class, a favorite class of his. Shots coming out into Team 2 enemies, and Shride goes down at the hands of Yerk YT.
Switching back over to Yerk, puts out more shots. Will he get the final elim over here?
A lot of fighting going on mid. Crew W right back in the middle. Shots on a KK Slider, takes him down. Shots out. Too many people there for Crew to handle at one time, and he goes down.
Let's cut back over to Natsu. Checking out Yerk. They're really pushing hard. Putting some damage out on the opponents here. Throws down the C4. Taking that great tack, seeing what they can do. Gets eliminated, sent back to the base. Cutting over to KK Slider, who's pushing bottom. Taking out lane sentries like their butter with a hot knife.
Well put, TheAweDam. A lot of action going on right now. It seems like at this point in the game, everyone is split up. Both teams are split up, and both teams are pushing each other's cores at the same time. It's a very interesting turn of events. We got Andy Boris playing Turret Master class and taking down Shride again in that same area in bottom lane.
Yerk puts out the flint knock. And eliminates Blackheart Hero up in top lane. Put some shots out towards Shride. Gets the elimination. Yerk playing strategically.
A lot going on here, guys. We're trying to keep you updated. Stay with us.
KK Slider using the chillers for fast travel.
Mid. One of the better players in this Creative Showdown thus far, but he goes down to Crew W, another very good player, arguably the best player in this series thus far.
And over to Blackheart, who's got the bandage bazooka. We forgot to announce the mid-game boosts are active. So if you guys didn't know this, mid-game boosts activate after 5 minutes in the EOS arena. Your mid-game boost basically costs a minimum of 5 to 20 wood. Once you get that, there's extra ammo spots that you can pick up for additional wood cost. But this bandage bazooka, luckily, is on a cooldown
Damage
time.
coming out. First damage out on a core in the game onto the Team 2. Andy Boris trying all he can up on the mid turret using the turret masterclass, but he's finding out that the pad for the turret blocks his shots on players too close to it.
They're absolutely shredding the enemy core.
Lot of damage coming out on Team 2 core. They are under 50%. Team 1 not knowing, having to get back, finally doing that, but not before taking heavy damage on that core. This is starting out like the first game, but at this point, we cannot say who will win or lose. Anything can happen here in the EOS arena, as we saw in that last round. Okay. What with the signs being all mixed up? Okay.
Self. Got a little lost in the action there, cutting back over to Natsu.
Blackheart hero coming in using the support class, finding someone in the support class lane booster, but dying to him ultimately. That was Xener JS. We're on board Andy Boris 5 using that turret master class 14-2. Players coming in from Team 1 trying to get more damage on their core, taking them down. Andy Boris using the turret master class as intended and using it well. KK Slider taking down Crew, pardon me.
Let's cut back over to some action here.
Got a little bit of action going on in Team 2 core, but we're jumping back on board. KK Slider, who is using that minigun well, seems to be a favorite gun of his. When that mid-game boost becomes active, he is wasting no time to use it. A lot of fighting going on here mid, close to Team 1's core. KK Slider taking down 2, putting in work with that minigun. Will it be a third here?
Not
Yes,
only can
it will.
KK Slider build, okay, in creative mode, but he absolutely destroys when it comes to battle in game.
KK Slider using that minigun, he knows how to use it. Gentlemen. But he does finally go down to the other team's tank using the minigun.
Cut back over to Natsu. Seems like they're taking a team strategy here. They're gonna, all three of them are gonna push mid. Natsu pushing out on bottom.
Team 2, a lot of damage on their core. They're gonna have to devise some sort of comeback strategy here, like last round. Team 1 not happy about what transpired last game and the comeback that Team 2 had, and they have come out of this game flying with flying colors.
And back over to Andy Boris. Should probably utilize that turret masterclass if he can.
Damage coming out on Team.
Cutting back to
Andy
Natsu.
Boris not realizing. Back over KK Slider. You can always count on him for defense, and he does. He takes down 2, takes down 3. Very good play here by KK Slider in defense, doing all he can in lieu of the damage that this team has taken on their core.
Blackheart hero.
Blackheart hero.
Coming
Go ahead,
back up.
TheAweDam, tell us.
Blackheart's actually running the opposite direction of the core right now. I don't know what he's doing, but there's got to be some sort of method to his madness, okay? Running all the way back to his own core. You'd almost think he's running a relay race or something like that. Let's cut back to some heavy action.
Crew W with the tank class using that minigun, taking one person down, another one down. Team 1 possibly on their way to another heavy push to the core, possibly to finish this game. They're not messing around. They want to win this round and take it to 3 rounds and see this creative showdown through to its end.
I'm enjoying watching Crew. Absolute madman.
Tried very good use of the impulse grenades, but goes down mid-air to
Cut back over to Yerk. Yerk putting out some incredible shots with that flint
KK
knock.
Slider and Crew one-on-one showdown with the tanks, and Crew manages to take down KK. That was an interesting fight there between possibly the two best players in this series so far. We're on board Andy Borst using that Turret Master class. Very good use of it. A lot of fighting going on. Heavy damage coming in again on Team 2 core. But
Quinlan.
Team 2 manages to stifle Team 1's push on that core.
Quinlan got hit with a chiller by KK. KK Slider out here putting more shots. Eliminates Natsu.
More damage coming out on the core, but KK Slider managing to kill Natsu.
Waiting for that cooldown time of that minigun. Oh, and he takes out Senix. Will he get 4 elims in a row? Tank versus tank, and KK goes down. Let's cut back over to Crew. KK Slider. Blackheart Heroes trying to kill Andy.
Let's go ahead and take a look at that scoreboard if we can and see how this game has gone so far.
Let's check it out. So we got Crew in the lead on Team 1. Actually, it shows he's in the lead, but Shride has more score. Apparently because Crew has more eliminations.
Showing why he is probably the best player in this field right now. Okay, there was your breakdown of the game stats. We're jumping back into gameplay.
Andy Borst.
Heavy push coming in from Team 1. They want to make the final push to take down this core, but KK actually over in Team 1's core, putting heavy damage on it using that minigun, now using the pickaxe. But
1,000 damage left. 800,
coming in
500. Here it goes. The enemy core goes down.
It, guys, and we have a tied series in this first iteration of the EOS Creative Showdown in the EOS Arena. The game, though, ladies and gentlemen, has not ended.
Let's cut back over to the desk while we figure this out.
That was an interesting game, guys. Team 1. There it is. The defeat comes in. Team 1 making sure that time around that a comeback did not happen. They did not want to lose 2-0, and they ultimately did not. We're going into a third round. Guys.
Let's go. Here we go. Probably could have just clicked play again, but I didn't. This is my first time here on stream.
We're figuring it out, guys.
Alright, we got one more. Let's go into one more game. Whoever wins this one, best 2 out of 3, takes the entire Creative Showdown. If you are in the chat right now, we have an awesome giveaway for you. A wonderful, awesome giveaway. Let me see some ones in the chats. If you're interested in a giveaway, let me get some ones in the chats. Some ones in the chats. If we don't see your ones in the chats, we won't know whether or not to do this giveaway. We may or may not have a minty pickaxe for you. A merry minty pickaxe thingy. I don't know. What is it called? Merry axe? Merry axe? Minty axe? I think it's a minty axe. We have a minty axe code giveaway here.
The game has started, guys. Players are already going down into the arena from their class selection. Fighting going on in bot lane. KK Slider taking someone down. KK opting to go with the gunslinger class this time around. Mage class coming in. KK gets boogie bombed. We see 2 people boogie bombed, but that mage class player does go down. KK taking another down. Blackheart hero. We're on board Andy Forrest using that turret master class again. I think it's fair to say that this is his favorite.
Check over with Xenor. Throws out a boogie bomb. Lands the boogie bomb on themselves too on that second one. Throws some grenades out. Using this mage class to their advantage. Gets the elim on Blackheart Hero. Let's cut back over to some different gameplay here. Let's go over to KK Slider.
A lot of fighting going on mid as expected. Hard to tell what's going on. Natsu takes someone out but then goes down. KK Slider also taking a Team 1 enemy down, then just moving on to kill some Tier 1 mid sentries of Team 1, and the Tier 1 sentries are all down on Team 1. We're on board Andy Borst playing that turret master class, which we can say safely at this point is his favorite class. We're on board Yerk YT, boogie bombed at the moment, surviving that though, and managing to take down an enemy after being boogie bombed. Fighting Natsu mid. Interesting exchange going on here, but we're going back on board KK Slider.
The spell is broken and the jungle barriers have disabled. Ladies and gentlemen, you can now go and fight the jungling minions, Baron and Braxis.
Haven't really seen any action on those parts of EOS Arena yet in the round. These games have been fast and intense, and the players seem they have just not found the time to go take Baron and Braxis.
Yerk gets eliminated. We cut back over to Natsu.
Team 1 once again getting out to a very early and fast start. Andy finding his hands full trying to defend his core. A lot of turrets going down in all 3 lanes for Team 2. Andy Borst trying to find crew right here. Pushing on his core, they managed to take him down.
York puts some shots out. Essentially, that guy gets eliminated by the sentry.
Shride back up on his favorite spot, but KK Slider dispatching him instantly. I believe he hit all 3 of his shots he put out there using that stick shooter and takes down Shride. Team 2 pushing up mid. KK Slider takes down Xenix YT on his way to pushing towards Team 1's core. A lot of action going on here in Team 1's Tier 2 mid-sentry area. KK Slider putting out some shots. A lot of sentries going down for Team 1 right now. It looks like Team 1's just trying to recoup and figure out what's going on. They do. They take down KK, and they are now on the offensive.
Checking out Quinlan. Pushing down, using those chiller grenades from KK Slider to actually slide. The irony in that, using chiller grenades to slide from KK Slider. Let's check out Xenor. Xenor's throwing out some magic here. Gets eliminated by a sentry.
We're at a split point in the game. Teams are split. Objectives are split. We got KK Slider mid. Stealthily taking down the Team 1 core sentries, but goes down to crew. A lot of action going on now back in the Team 2 area and core area. KK Slider once again finding himself in a defense position, having to kill players from Team 1 pushing heavy into his core. But he's back on the offensive, pushing down bot lane, trying to get there,
pushing up mid.
And those impulses to get down there as fast as he can. We're on board Quinthane. A lot of fighting going on mid here. Using that demolition class. Shots coming in and he goes down. We're on board KK. He goes down to a sentry. Not before trying to push that bottom lane into Team 1's core.
Let's not forget, this game will determine our winner for the first ever Eosn Creative Showdown featuring Fortnite.
Got a lot of action going on Team 2 mid. Andy Borsk goes down to Natsu while he was on that Turret Master middle turret. But KK Slider trying to backdoor and top lane right now while Team 1 pushes his core. Not a bad strategy by KK Slider, a known strategy in the MOBA game mode of video games. We're on board Xener JS. In the bottom lane neutral area, a little bit of fighting going. Opting to leave that area, push through, escape, and push back through the jungle. Possibly flanking. No, he's just trying to push and get some damage on that Team 1 core. Will he do it? There's a couple turrets left up here. No, he goes down to that shotgun sentry. Do not ever forget about the shotgun sentries, ladies and gentlemen. They will mark you.
Cutting back over to Blackheart. It's a support class. Gets eliminated from behind by KK Slider.
A lot of action going on here in Team 2 mid. Andy Borsk caught in some sniper smoke. Throwing out bottle rockets. We hear bottle rockets going off, but we cannot see what's going on. Manages to get out of that smoke. We're on board Blackheart Hero. Finding someone in his core and going down. Heavy push. KK Slider not messing around. He wants this win. Could be player of the tournament this far. Taking down 4 players coming out of their base. A lot of damage going on Team 1's core, guys. Takes another one down. That could be 5 in a row for KK. And finally goes down to Blackheart Hero. Not before taking down 5 in a row. That could have been play of the game right there, guys.
Xenor pushing in. Andy's up top. Xenor's also getting pushed. Throws out that boogie bomb. Throws out the stink. Will he throw out another stink? Throws out another grenade, possibly. Gets the elim. We'll see. Threw it a little bit too far there.
Not wasting any time after that death. Pushing right back up mid with that gunslinger class. If you thought he was doing good on the tank class, just look at him on this class. A little bit of action going on in the jungle. Some rare action not seen in the match this far. Back out into the lanes, though. Some pushing going on from Team 1. They're trying to make a push onto Team 2 after their core is almost down to 50%. Getting a little bit of desperate, hoping to get some damage out on that enemy core.
Stuck inside the spectating lobby. Cameras coming back down in. Some shots go out mid.
We're on board Quinthane. He goes down. A little bit of a push coming in from Team 1 onto Team 2's core. We're on board KK Slider, who is the defender of the game and of the tournament this far. Takes one down.
Passes it around. 99 bottles of beer on the wall.
Not a whole lot going on. They managed to stifle that push. Team 1.
Putting out bottle rockets.
Back on Natsu 2005. just hovering around his core at the moment, waiting for enemies to push in, playing the defensive game style, getting involved 2-on-1 situation, and he's down. KK now mid, pushing again onto Team 1 core, takes down the final sentry over there in top lane. Damage coming back out onto Team 1's core.
Team 1 halfway down. Their core is almost gone. Let's cut back over to some action. Blackheart Hero pushing back over to the blue team. Starts shooting at KK. Probably not the best idea. KK drops him. Cut back over to
KK
Natsu.
finding some more players mid.
Hit with a boogie. A little bit of lag there, possibly. That person could have been experiencing 1,000 ping. We don't know.
More action going on mid, but we're back on board. Natsu 2005 pushing through the jungle. Everyone here in this EOS arena match trying different strategies. Jungle, mid, top, bot. We've seen it all this far. But we got some damage possibly finally coming out on Team 2's core. Some players caught in some sniper smoke. Blackheart Hero managing to get out of it. Taking down Xenor JS. A lot of damage coming out on the Team 2 core, guys. We're almost tied now damage-wise with the cores. That was a fast change of events in this game. We got ourselves a game now, guys.
Pushing through. Cuts back over to Team 1 core. Starts putting out some damage. Gets the elim. Incredible.
KK Slider coming in. Will he be able to take a couple down? Got some shots coming. Down to 15 health, but he goes down to crew. We got ourselves a game here, guys.
Cut back over to Shride. Shride pushing down from his core. Possibly going to take that offensive strat with these impulses and get up on top of some stuff. See if he can get the high ground. Using that battle royale strategy.
The aerial cam over the Team 1. Nothing going on in it at the... Back on board, Shride takes down KK Slider. Interesting exchange there. This is all going on in bottom lane.
Shride impulsing up over those walls. He says, "You're going to throw a maze in my way?" I don't think so. Cut back up to the aerial cam.
A lot of damage coming out on both cores. This happened fast. And ladies and gentlemen, the Team 2 core goes down. Team 1 wins EOS Showdown.
Well, that's it, ladies and gentlemen. You're seeing it here first.
Overview.
Let's look at the scoreboard.
KK Slider, players of the games on their respective teams.
Let's cut back to the desk. Please work. That was the first ever Eosn Creative Showdown featuring Fortnite, and it went pretty well, I'd say.
That was, I gotta say, pretty much except the second round there, every game was action-packed. Both the first and the third round coming down to the wire, and man, I did not expect such a down-to-the-wire finish in 2 rounds. It was a base race, as they call it in MOBAs, at the last minute there, and that was interesting.
You know, I just want to say thank you to everybody for coming out today and watching this. Without you guys, this would be nothing. So this would literally just be us on our computers, sitting at home, doing nothing. So
talking to ourselves. We also want to thank the players, everyone that participated today. KK Slider, crew, Andy
Let's get
Borg,
their names up here so that everybody can see.
Taking time out of their day to participate in this first EOS Creative Showdown featuring Fortnite. I don't know, who are we thinking was the player of the game, player of the tournament?
I'd say
there.
MVP. Let's let the chat vote for that. Chat, who do you think
Yeah.
was MVP
We're
of
gonna
the
go ahead
game?
and go to chat for the MVP. KK Slider was looking pretty good that game. A lot of defense on his core, even though his ultimately lost. We cannot take away the effort that he put out trying to win this tournament. Crew, probably the other player on the winning team, top of this leaderboard in all rounds. But gosh, everyone played good. Yeah, Crew's team won.
Incredible gameplay. We're just going to go ahead and get this next screen going for you guys here.
Hard to break down the strategy, though, guys, about what went down in those rounds. It was a lot of chaos, a lot of split pushing. I believe we're still looking for a meta on this map of how the games will go. Could you thought for yourselves? It was high action, high octane, down to the last minute moments. What more could you ask for in a showdown in Fortnite?
All of them are MVP. Okay, I like that, Blue Hair Goddess. I think we're going to go with that. Every player here in the Eosn arena. Let me try that again. Every player here in the EOS arena on the Element of Surprise network is an MVP. What up, Quinlan? Let's go ahead and transition over to the match results. Congratulations, Team 1 has won it. They took the Fortnite
First
the Eosn
inaugural
Creative Showdown. There you go. First inaugural Creative Showdown featuring Fortnite here on the Element of Surprise network. Let's cut back to the desk. I'm TheAweDam. And this is Please Work 123 over here. I hope you guys enjoyed the stream. We're going to go ahead and end it. We're going to pick a winner and we're going to DM
by,
them.
guys. And as always, here in the Eosn and the EOS arena, we'll see you later, guys.
We'll see you later. I also just want to give a voiceover shout out to Mitch Murder for allowing us to use his song Mega Magic in our intro. Mitch, you make amazing music. Keep up the solid work, man.
Go check him out. SoundCloud, Bandcamp. One heck of a synthwave producer, possibly the best in the game. Thank you for that.
And last but not least, one more time, thank you guys for watching, because without you, seriously, this would be nothing. Thank you.